Sup, ladies and gentlemen, Akulon here, and today is a busy day in the MMO space. And of course, if you're new here, thank you so much for joining us. I am very happy to have you here. Before we get into the video, though, there is the uncomfortable conversation that we have to have about my fee. That's right, nothing is free. But you know what? I'm going to be very generous today and say all you have to pay is one like, not 100, not 1,000, one like. Literally right below the video, there's a little like button. Give that thing a spank, turn it blue. That's the fee paid for you. Let's do this. Now, just before we get into it, remember you can follow me live on Twitch, link in the description down below, or if you really love the content and you want more behind the scenes stuff and sort of things that is very exclusive, you can head over to Patreon. We have to talk about this rumor, this vicious thing that has come out in the MMO genre, and of course it deals with New World's cash shop. Now, New World is poised to start their closed beta in July, and since then, they've announced that they're going to start testing the cash shop. They're going to unleash the cash shop, so to speak. Now, just before we get into it, I am on a fundamental level opposed to any sort of cash shop in any game ever. I think it's a scumbag move. I think it shouldn't exist. It is disgusting. However, there are moments in which I say, fine, I'll give you your cash shop. This is true for free-to-play games. Sure, no one is paying for the game. Someone has to. The cash shop makes sense. I draw the line always at cosmetics, though. You cannot have a free-to-play game and then say, well, you know, pay to win because it is free. No, fuck you. Then we're no longer playing a game. At that point, we're just playing real life in order to play your game. That's not how this is supposed to work. So from a cosmetic standpoint, it's all fine, it's all good, no worries. Now, New World isn't exactly free. It does have a box cost, but it will not come with a subscription. So the only way in which they can keep this game updated, keep the studio making money, and keep the studio sort of developing new features for the game will be done through the cash shop. And on a fundamental level, on sort of a principled level, I do not have an issue with this. I would have been far more excited to pay $15 a month and not have a cash shop at all in the game, but I know that a lot of people don't have $15 a month to spend, and I fully understand that. I fully agree with that. That's perfectly fine. So I don't think this is necessarily a bad way. It's very similar to what ESO did. Now, Kira TV, and I love his content, by the way, you should absolutely check him out, made a video yesterday where he sort of discussed the rumor that is within the New World space, where New World, their cash shop is going to include boosts, and literally that was sort of a problem right off the bat, right? Because this is a brand new game. You cannot include boosts in a brand new game. Boosts are fine when the game already has 4 or 5 expansions, right? Because you want people to be able to boost past all of the expansions and get into the newest content. If you have a boost right off the bat in your brand new game, that is a big fucking problem, because what are you saying? You just want people to skip your brand new game and get to max level? Like, what's the point then of the game? Why didn't you just then start everyone at max level and call it a day? So, Kira made this video. He sort of went on, more speculative sort of spaces that this could potentially go, and sort of speculating on what the end result of this could be. And I didn't fundamentally disagree with anything he said. So this is not an anti-Kira video, not even close. This is just a video sort of bringing you an update to the rumor. Now, according to mmorpg, New World's cash shop alpha testing leaked, talks boosts for trade skills, cosmetics, and more. And then, of course, they do have an update from Amazon, and this is really what I want to focus on. Amazon has confirmed it is doing testing on its cash shop, this alpha, in a comment in response to our request. Amazon notes in its comment that it is aware that there are concerns regarding its storefront testing in alpha at the moment. It stresses that items in the shop at launch of New World will be focused on cosmetics, denying there will be no boosts of any type for sale. And this is the full sort of statement. We are aware that there are concerns around the storefront testing we are currently doing in alpha. To be clear, at launch, all of the items, this sort of bothers me, right? At launch. So what happens a month or two after launch. At launch is very sort of thin, right? Because I could tell you, well, I'm not going to punch you in the dick tomorrow. That does not mean that I'm not going to punch you in the dick the day after, right? Or even today. I'm just not going to punch you in the dick tomorrow, which is, you know, I am sort of worried whenever companies say things like this. At launch, all of the items in the shop will be focused on cosmetics, no problem there. And there will be no boosts of any type for sale. We will share more on our vision for MTX in the near future. Now, I personally do not believe that any boosts, especially in a game that is fundamentally designed to be a hardcore MMO, I think boosts would be ridiculous. I genuinely think that boosts would absolutely be horrendous. And what is even more scumbag about this move is that the current alpha is under complete lock and key NDA, right? So players aren't allowed to share anything. Of course, once the storefront went live, a lot of players, at least some players with principles, said, fuck you, and started sharing it on Reddit, going, no, sorry, this is not going to happen. This is not going to work, which I commend them for. I think that was a brave move in an otherwise world where a lot of people aren't like that. A lot of people wouldn't stick their neck out to actually inform the player base. Now, what exactly is the issue with boosts? Well, if you have boosts in any sort of game, it completely nullifies everything else that you've done. So really, it is anti-developer as much as it is anti-player. But why is it particularly harmful in a game like New World? Well, New World, self-proclaimed, wants a very hardcore Dark Soul-esque kind of combat system. If you allow players to boost in a game that has a very difficult combat learning curve, you're gonna end up with a max level player base that is so underskilled and so incapable of actually doing any sort of content that they'll probably quit anyways, because they're going to get shat on by the people that actually made it through and leveled all the way to max and now understand all of the combat mechanics and everything else that goes with it. So personally, I just think this is a miserable idea. As I said, I am a little bit worried about their at launch, all of the items in the shop will be cosmetic, because that sort of lawyer speak for let's cover our asses in case we do want to do like a proper scumbag move and we do want to make something that isn't what we said previously. So yeah, maybe they are gonna punch us in the dick the day after tomorrow. I don't know. I am excited for this game. Let me be clear. I am gonna play New World. I'm very much looking forward to making a video on it. As soon as I can get my hands on a non-NDA version of the game, I will be making a first impressions to sort of give you my feedback and tell you whether or not I think this is a good game or if this is something that people should get excited about. I mean, the MMO space is dry as shit, right? It is drier than the Sahara. So at this point, any new MMO would be a good thing, right? It's going to be a blessing. So yeah, that is all the news for today around the New World sort of genre and around what we know about New World. If you like this video, if you like content like this, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, smash that bell to all of the patrons, Twitch subs, and the YouTube channel members. Thank you so much for joining us. I literally wouldn't be without you. Without your support, this channel would not be growing at the pace that it is. I cannot thank you enough. Ladies and gentlemen, as always, my name is Aeternum, and I will see you in the next one. Peace out, fam.